Communications 101, Nicole Simpson. Imagine waking up every morning forgetting how to put on your pants, how to brush your teeth, or can't remember where you put your car keys. According to the American Association of Alzheimer's, every 70 seconds someone will develop Alzheimer's. My name is Nicole and I have worked as an LPN for 5 years in the Alzheimer's dementia unit. So now let's look at Alzheimer's. What exactly is Alzheimer's? Alzheimer's was developed by a doctor named Alice Alzheimer's in 1906. It's a progressive brain disease that plaques and tangles attacks the body. You're wondering, what are plaques and tangles? Well, plaques are deposits of protein fragments that build up in the spaces between nerve cells. Tangles are twisted fibers of another protein called tau that build up inside the cells and attacks the brain. It begins in the part of the brain that affects your memory. It's not a normal part of aging. It's most common cause of dementia. There's currently no cure for the disease, and 5.3 million Americans are currently living with the disease. This disease is common in people 65 and older. Now let's look at what the symptoms are. There are two categories of symptoms: intellectual and psychiatric. The intellectual part has 4 A's: amnesia, apraxia, aphasia, and nausea. Amnesia is the loss of memory, usually short term, which goes first, and eventually, as it progresses, long-term memory is affected. Apraxia is the inability to communicate effectively. Apraxia is the inability to perform activities like brushing your teeth or washing yourself or fixing yourself something to eat. Nausea is the inability to correctly interpret signs from the 5 senses, like things like taste, or feeling hungry, or hearing. The second stage is psychiatric, which includes personality changes, depression, delusions, and hallucinations. There are currently 3 stages to Alzheimer's: mild, moderate, and severe. The mild stage, which is stage 1, affects learning and remembering new information, difficulty managing finances, depression, and getting lost going to familiar places. Stage 2, or the moderate stage, the disease spreads to areas of the brain that affects language reasoning, forgetting old facts. This is where wandering starts, and a lack of concern for appearance. The third stage, or severe stage, the damage to the brain is widespread and affects all parts of the brain. Full-time care is usually needed, usually in a assisted living facility or a nursing care facility. Currently, Alzheimer's is the 7th leading cause of death in the United States. People currently misinterpret dementia and Alzheimer's. So let's look at the difference. Dementia is a symptom of Alzheimer's. It includes memory loss. It's not a disease, and you can also get dementia from other diseases like strokes, Huntington's disease, or Parkinson's. Early symptoms and signs and prevention of Alzheimer's. There are 10 early warning signs of dementia. The first one is memory changes that affects your life, challenges in solving problems, difficulty completing familiar tasks, confusion with time or place, trouble understanding visual images, new problems with speaking or writing, misplacing things, decreased or poor judgment, withdrawal from work or social activities, changes in your mood and personality. Detection. If you notice any of the 10 warning signs that I just mentioned, you should make an appointment with your doctor. Your primary care doctor will determine if you need to see a neurologist, a psychologist, or a psychiatrist, which in return will run tests like a mini mental exam, brain imaging like PET scans and CAT scans to see if you have plaques or tangles. Prevention. There's a book called Your Brain Health Lifestyle by Dr. Paul Newsome. He believes that there are 5 domains of brain health that will help prolong you from getting Alzheimer's disease and helps in the prevention also of Alzheimer's. The first one is socialization. He feels that if you don't isolate yourself, if you do not retire and you participate in hobbies, it helps you increase and learn and builds new brain cells to help prolong the disease. Physical activity. Walking 7 to 12,000 steps daily, dancing, gardening, aerobic exercise, and even becoming ambidextrous. Your mental stimulation. Learn a second language, play board games, travel, and listen to classical music. Spirituality. Pray on a daily basis and attend church regularly. Nutrition. Eat 80% of what you intend to eat at each meal. Eat with your utensils, which helps you eat less and makes you fuller. Increase intake of omega-3, which is a vitamin that's found in fish and also a nutritional supplement you can take over the counter. Decrease intake of processed red meats and eat green leafy vegetables. The suggested exposure of the 5 categories mentioned leads to new brain cell development and helps daily onset of Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease, according to the Alzheimer's Foundation of America, will quadruple by 2025. We will start to see a trend of Alzheimer's disease in adults younger than 65. Currently, there are 500,000 Americans currently living with the disease that's under the age of 65. Understanding what Alzheimer's disease is, what the symptoms are, will help seek early treatment. Incorporating good brain health to aid in prevention. I hope this overview has helped people become aware of this disease and maybe even help you or a loved one.